Hello everyone. Hi Unity. How are you guys? So I was inspired to just shoot a quick video, seeing how it's been quite a while since my last one. And actually this is something I want to get into and start doing more often. But so as some of you know, I was feeling pretty low today. Feeling kind of depressed and emotional and just pretty much low. So I was at the gym working on a social media campaign, and then I'm like, you know what, I gotta do something about this. So first thing I did was I posted to the group, because as most of you know, you guys have seriously become like my family, my support system. I mean, anytime I'm feeling not that great, my first thought is to just reach out to the Unity. And having said that, I really hope that some of you start to feel that way too about the group. You know, anytime you need some loving or support or advice or inspiration, don't be shy, don't be scared, reach out. No one's gonna judge you. I mean, look at me, I share so much and it's very easy for you guys to judge me, but quite frankly, I don't care. So anyways, having said all that, what I wanted to kind of get into is the whole energetic waves that are coming into this planet right now. As most of you know, we're going through a shift right now, and part of that shift is that a lot of energetic frequencies are being downloaded into the planet from the galaxy, from the sun, and so forth. And essentially what this energy is doing is it's helping to transform us, to transform our body from a carbon structure into a crystalline structure. It's helping transform our DNA. It's helping to activate our DNA that has been deactivated for many years. And it's also helping to change the vibration of the planet. Essentially, it's bringing it from a third dimension into a higher dimension. First, we're moving into a fourth dimension, and then the fifth dimension. So what does that mean? For me personally, I'm feeling these energies every day. I mean, one day I'm feeling so high on top of the world, and then the next minute I feel like crying and I feel like just hitting something. And the more I express this and the more I share this with the group, I realize that this is actually very common, that something that a lot of you guys are going through. So that's kind of what I wanted to speak about right now. So from my understanding, what I understand from all that's going on is not only are these energies helping to transform our body and our consciousness, but what's really happening right now is all this inner garbage and crap that we've been holding on to deep within us is coming to the surface. So what do I mean by that? I'm talking like subconscious level, like things that you probably aren't even aware of, things that you've probably been programmed from the time that you were a child. So because we're moving into a whole new reality, this is a time for a lot of purging and cleansing. So a lot of us have a lot of conditioning, a lot of fears, a lot of programming, a lot of doubts. You know, we've been conditioned through society, through our religion, through our families. You know, and so we've pretty much created all these different boxes around ourselves. Boxes to define us, boxes that keep us little and stuck. So the reason that we're all going through this emotional roller coaster is because everything that's been hidden on a subconscious level is now being brought to the surface. And because now is the time where we all need to deal with it. It's not even a choice anymore. It's something that we all need to deal with. So these emotions that you're feeling great one moment, feeling low the next moment, it's actually a blessing, because in those moments where you feel that you're being reactive or fearful, or you feel something's triggering you, it's kind of like a message. It's like a little wake-up call telling you, like, hello, look at me, you gotta deal with me, because if you don't, I'm just gonna keep coming back and back and back and back. So essentially that's what's really happening to myself, and I know a lot of other people that that's happening to. It's just time to face your fears, to face your deep programming, to face all this and really do the work to deal with it, to process it, and most importantly, let it go. Because you do have the option to ignore it, but if you ignore it, trust me when I tell you this, it's just gonna come back and back and back. A perfect example that I'd like to share is, you guys all know through my posts that lately one of my struggles is trying to control myself and not be so reactive. Part of this emotional shift is the fact that we become very, very emotional. One minute you could just be all happy, the next minute you're angry and upset, and that's really what started to happen to me. I started feeling very annoyed, very aggravated, very irritated. People were pushing my buttons left and right. Like, just everyone was just annoying me. And that's when I realized, I'm like, okay, girl, you need to take a step back and deal with this and center yourself, because you can't do that. You can't just keep reacting to everyone. First off, it's not fair to the people you're reacting to, but most importantly, it's keeping you in a very low energetic state. So a really good example of this is, there was this guy that came into my life recently, and he kind of did something to annoy me. So I called him out on it and expressed myself to him, which was perfectly fine, and there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, I recommend that all of you always speak your truth and just let people know what you're feeling rather than keeping it in. But now the problem was that this person triggered a lot of negative crap that I had inside me, really geared towards guys, just men from my past, guys from my past, guys who've hurt me, who've just played with my mind, who just, whatever, just, we've all been there. We know how it can be. So this person indirectly triggered this for me. He triggered all my past hurts and all my past resentment and all my past emotions that I started reacting to him. And while I was doing it, I was very aware of the fact that I was being reactive. But in that moment, I was so consumed that I just didn't care. And I knew that I was actually about to regret what it was that I was saying to him. And I did. After it was said, I did regret it. And immediately, I actually called to apologize to this person. Now, so what is this making me realize? This is making me realize that, you know what, there is still a lot of inner garbage and conditioning that I do need to let go of. This particular situation just showed me that I do have a lot of hurt towards relationships and guys in general. That the moment someone, acts a certain way, reminds me of, something that someone's done to me in the past, I automatically react, and it's like a freaking monster has been unleashed, and I just freaking just want to pounce on that person and just but that's not good. So I decided today to come spend some time in this beautiful lake. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's right now I'm in Seneca campus, King City. So one of the ways that I choose to deal with, this crazy emotional journey that I'm going on and this just cleansing process is to come out to a location like this. So I can just connect to nature, feel the sun and breathe the air and just the energy of the trees and the grass and the water and the birds and the bees, and just because doing so, first off, it allows you to ground yourself. you know, it's a great way to just kind of ground yourself in nature. But more importantly, what coming to nature does is it really helps energize you and just, you know, kind of bring back that balance of energy, our natural state. So I have to say, I was feeling pretty low this morning, but after posting it on Facebook and getting, you know, literally instant responses from many different people, that made me feel better, a whole lot better. And now that I'm at the lake, just soaking in the sun, listening to the birds, I'm just feeling amazing. And I realized that part of the reason why I was feeling depressed is because I was actually being very hard on myself because I kind of regretted my reactive nature. But now I'm understanding that it needed to happen because it kind of is shining the flashlight on this issue that I have within me that, you know what, I need to deal with. I really need to deal with this, because if I don't, it's just gonna consume me. I'm just gonna continue just lashing out at people and reacting on people, and for sometimes for reasons that it probably has nothing to do with them. It's just that they've triggered all this shit within me. So I'm kind of rambling on, and I didn't really know what to talk about. I'm just kind of going with the flow. And so having said all this, what is the moral? The moral is, if right now you feel that you're going through an emotional roller coaster, it's okay. It's normal. If you feel all high one moment and you want to punch someone the next, it's all good. We're all going through this. Some people are aware of the reason this is happening. Some people aren't. You know, some people are a little bit more evolved that they're not affected by it, whereas some people are very affected by it. It really depends on how much conditioning and inner crap you need to let go of, and that will determine, you know, how it affects you. So, word of advice is, do not worry. You are not alone. You know, I share my journey with you guys all the time, so you know that I'm going through this as well as many others. You know, just do something to help ground yourself and to kind of help elevate your energy level, whether that is coming outside to nature or going for a walk, going for a run, you know, something to just change your energy level, do something that's to get you sweat and your blood pumping and oxygen flowing. Another thing, you could start to write or do something creative, draw, cook, create, anything. To listen to music, have sex, smoke a joint, you know what, whatever. Do whatever it takes for you to get yourself out of this vibration. But most importantly, do not run away. Do not run away from all this inner garbage that's coming up, because if you do, I promise you, it will just come back and back and back until you finally deal with it. So this video is getting pretty long and it's going to take forever to upload on YouTube. So on that note, I am going to say goodbye and just want you to know that I honestly love all of you, and I am so grateful for all the love and support that you guys have been showing me and showing just the whole Unity family. Like, I truly feel that we're forming this amazing family. And I know I can't speak. I know that a lot of other people in the group are also feeling this way. So thank you. Just know that I really do appreciate your love, your support, your comments, because that's what's keeping me going. So much love to you all. I hope you guys can come out and enjoy this beautiful day in your own way. This is how I chose to do it at the lake. And on that note, I am going to go start reading. Alright guys, I love you. Bye. Mwah. Adios, amigos.